Hello my friends and welcome back to the channel. This is Planet Crystal Studios and I'm Robert. And today is the last video of my 3 or 4 video series about the Eurovision Song Contest 2025, hosted in Switzerland. Or as we say, wer hat's erfunden? Die Schweizer. And we have already discussed, or I have already discussed with you, my opinions about the first and second semi-final songs from Eurovision this year. And now we are going to discuss the 6 countries that are already set in the final, which means we are going to talk about the host countries, the host country of Switzerland, and the big 5 countries, Germany, the UK, France, Italy, and Spain. But we are still going to consult the hats, like I did in the last 2 videos. And of course we are going to keep the tier system. Quick explanation. Not blue. We're not starting with the highest, we're starting with the lowest. The red pool, 1 point. Toilet break, I hate the song. Orange pool, 2 points. Repetitive, boring, annoying, or any other word that goes with it. Then we've got the yellow pool, 3 points. Good, but average. The green pool, 4 points. I like this song, but not quite enough to vote for it. And then we've got the blue pool with 5 points. You have my vote. I usually always explain this tier system at the beginning of every video, so even if some rando comes in without having watched the other videos, he knows what happens. And without any further ado, I'm going to start about it. The thing is, my first video was too long, so my camera went out. And I also had issues with the mic. The second video, I rushed through it then. I was a little faster. And then it was shorter. And now this video isn't going to be very long, obviously, because we're just having 6 countries. But it's always so the first year I did it, I also had split the opinion video about the first semi-final in 2 videos because it was an hour long. And then the second video was just half an hour. So I was just that's stupid. Therefore, I don't know how to do it this year. By the time I seen by you, my audience, everything has already been done. But by the time I'm recording everything on the same day, and I still have to edit everything. Even though I technically do not edit my Eurovision videos much, but I think this year I'm trying to edit a little bit when it comes to the first semi-final video, because one, there's a few minutes of footage missing, and second, there is some audio quality differences, because when my mic doesn't want to work, I still have the audio from what the camera recorded. I'm generally speaking very loud, so that's not an issue. Anyways, let's begin, because I don't think you really care about how I do my videos. France. Vive la France, as French people say. This year, France has decided to send singer Luan. Or Luan? I'm not sure. I think I've heard of her before, that's the thing. And her song is called Maman. And this song is clearly about her mother. I don't speak French, but maman is mom, mother, mummy. And apparently this is what the song is about. And the thing with France is, it is a ballad. Again, like in the previous 2 videos, I discussed how done I am with the concept of having ballad after ballad after ballad, and this could be quite boring, especially in the running order. And if the running order puts too many ballads behind each other, then the audience is going to be very bored. Therefore, let's discuss its more redeeming qualities. Apart from that, I can't really connect to it, which is sad, but I don't know. I listen to this, I hear a sad ballad. Not all ballads are sad, but I hear this ballad, and I'm just okay, noted. I like her voice though, and of course the flow of the French language, always nice to the ear. I generally like listening to things in the French language, and as you know, I have placed other songs that have French language in them at different spots than this one. I put France this year, although not that different, I think, because I put it in the yellow tier, in the yellow pool with 3 points. It's good, but average. And I can wholeheartedly say that in the past, France had very, very good entries. And there was a time where I think they were like every other year, they were good. Like, it is switching from year to year. Good, bad, good, bad, good, bad, good, bad. Or I like, I don't like, I like, I don't like. This is how it generally is with me in France. This year is a song where I say it's good, but average. I'm thrilled to see when France is going to release the next banger on us during Eurovision. Like, I still can't get over Évidemment and how little points it got. It had deserved so much more. España. Spain. I like saying España. So, I hope Spain has energy, because recently it didn't. I didn't pull this joke when I was talking about Portugal, so I have to do it now. Did I write anything down for Spain? It doesn't look like it. Which is weird, because I actually quite like this song. The song by Melody, it's a nice name, and it suits the purpose for music, and it is called Esa Diva. And Esa Diva, it is a beautiful song. I like listening to it. I deliberately listen to it because I like its energy. And I also like the vocals, and that it's in Spanish, because Spain is one of those countries that regularly features their own language because they are proud of it. Just like France and Italy. And I think the big 5 countries, apart from Germany, they are always very proud of their own language. And I think, I don't know if I read it somewhere or if it's just a realization of myself, this year is like the first year in forever where every big 5 country sings in their own language. Like Germany sings German, the UK has English, France has French, Spain has Spanish, and Italy has Italian. I can't remember the last time this was. And Switzerland is also singing in French, because they do not have their own language, really. Because Switzerland is such an amalgamation of Italian, French, and German. That's weird. But yeah, I'm putting Spain fairly high with 4 points in the green pool, saying I like this song. And this is not always the case with Spain. And the thing is, every time Spain has a good song, I think it gets snubbed, and that's unfair. Here it is. Germany. Prepare yourselves. This is gonna be good. This year, Germany has decided to send a duo from Austria by the name of Arbor and Tinner, and their song is called Balla. And I have watched the German pre-selection in parts, because this year they actually decided to do it differently. Instead of just doing one show, they did several shows. The thing is, to me, this concept didn't really work with how they pulled it off, because like in the first 2 shows, all the contestants were just singing cover songs. And this brought me to tears. Like, I saw first half of the first show, and incidentally, I was looking after the son of our neighbor, and he's like around 5, and he loves Minecraft, so do I. We were playing Minecraft, the show was playing in the back, and we were listening to some of the songs and some of the covers, and he looked at me and was just like, wow, that music's pretty bad, huh? Can we turn that off? And he's 5! So I turned it off. And I also, like, I turned off the TV because I just couldn't stand it. Apart from other aspects of the German pre-selection that I cannot stand, like the host. I recently had a colleague come out to me as Barbara Schöneberger fan. He says he likes her. Sorry, I don't see it. I hate the guts of her. So, this is one thing. And the other thing is, they chose a song that I just can't get behind. And when I remember the people who were involved in this show and sitting there and judging and stuff, they were basically getting themselves off on how great their show is. And Stefan Raab, who has been involved in Eurovision at the beginning of the 2010s with Lena and stuff, where he did a lot of good for Eurovision. Like, Lena won the contest in 2010, and in 2011 and 2012 we had solid placements within the scoreboard at the end, and then from 2013 on it sort of fell off, with the lowest point still being 2015-16. And this is why they got him out of his, retirement from TV, which he, he unretired, so. And he unretired also for this, and he is so sure that his concept is going to work, and this song is going to fare well, and I just don't see it. I'm very skeptical about it, and I think RTL, which is incidentally also the host, the broadcaster for Luxembourg, but we also have RTL in Germany, and this is where this was broadcasted. And I personally think if this song fails, RTL should set his sorry ass out of the door. And he was the one who told the duo to use this song because he saw something in it. Something I don't see. Because Baller is a song in German, as I have pointed out earlier in one of my other videos. And I was talking about the Dutch song C'est la vie, because the singer Claude utilizes the la in C'est la vie to do the la 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 la. And we had a lot of la 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 las in the past in Eurovision. There was even a song that basically was just la 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 in its chorus. And we have ba la 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 la, which sounds a little bit like Baymax. Ba la 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 la. Just not as charming. And the thing is, the studio version of this song is okay. I listened to it yesterday in parts, and the studio version is not as bad. But the live version, though. And it goes through the German media that this singer, Tina, she has problems with her voice. She's got laryngitis or something. And a lot of people are not giving their hopes up, or not putting their hopes up. They're giving their hopes up, alright. Because, a lot of people are, was that a good choice? Was that? We are not sure. And I personally just can't get behind the song. It has no redeeming qualities for me. And therefore I put it in the red pool with 1 point. This is my toilet break song. And I hope it is not too close to Latvia so that I can have 2 solid toilet breaks without missing anything important. Yeah, sorry Germany, but even if the song is in German, that does not mean it's good. I'm not even sure if it being in German could fix it. They are so inclined to say, yeah, it's a song in German, that's a good development. People from other countries comment on the videos yes, it's cool, this is finally in German. Yeah, okay. Do you like the song? Are you going to vote for it? Because my issue is, I see it every year under the videos of artists and songs I like. There are so many people who are just oh, I love your song, I want you to win, you have my vote, 12 points from my country. Are these the people who actually vote in Eurovision? Because when you see the voting in Eurovision later, it does not reflect what people say in the comments. And even if people in the comments say, yes, we love the German song because it's in German, I don't think it is going to come down in points to us. And I told my friend with whom I'm going to watch Eurovision this year, we are going to do a drinking game during the announcement of the points from each country. Every time Germany does not receive points, we are going to drink a shot. And if it's going to shape the way I think it's going to shape, we are going to be drunk halfway through. That's everything I can say. Yeah. Therefore, I'm not really satisfied. Especially, this is the last thing I want to say about Germany before moving on to the UK. The jury decided a few days before the last show of the 4 shows they did for the pre-selection in Germany that they changed something. Prior it was that the vote in the last show was 100% televote, but then they changed it so that the jury could still have a say. And they threw out someone, a group, who was one of the fan favorites. And a lot of people think they did this on purpose because they wouldn't want Germany to be represented by this fan favorite. And some people could even say, in a very mean-spirited way, that Raab himself did this so that the song he deliberately chose for Abo and Tina could be in Eurovision, to show that he has a great touch when it comes to Eurovision. I personally think he lost his touch. and I hope that Eurovision is going to prove it. Otherwise, Eurovision is going to prove me wrong. Our song is going to do solid, and I will sit here and I'll stand corrected. But this remains to be seen, because this video is going to be released 1 week prior to the Grand Final, and I'm going to make a video in the days after the Grand Final to tell you what I think of how my favorite songs have fared and stuff. So, moving on. We are moving on to the United Kingdom, which is generally my favorite country in Eurovision, because I seem to favor them because I really like the country itself. Not necessarily its politics, but the countryside and the people and the language. And this year's song is by a girl group, a trio, Remember Monday. I've never heard of them. Apparently British people have. That's cool. And the song is called What the Hell Just Happened. And after I listened to it the first time, this is exactly what I thought. Because at first it felt a little disjointed to me. Because it has parts that are more slow, but not too slow, not ballad slow, but they are slow. And then they have parts that are faster, but then it transitions back to slower. There was a similar Scandinavian song with a similar problem a few years back, and I really disliked this song. In this case, What the Hell Just Happened has the redeeming quality of, I think, better lyrics and better voices, because the voices of these three women, wow, they are good, and they harmonize very good, in my opinion. And when I see the video and the notion of what the lyrics tell me, like, this is a spiritual successor to Last Friday Night TJIF by Katy Perry, just in British. This is what the song feels like to me. It's totally funny. And while I don't think that this is a winning song, and while it's not a dead-on favorite for me, I do like this song, so I put it in the green pool with 4 points, with I like this song. Also, with how recently the UK has hosted Eurovision, even if it's if it was for Ukraine, I don't think that they are going to win anytime soon. So, Italy. Finally, we are approaching the country itself. We have talked about it before, because there are two countries who are singing about Italians, or like, I don't know. You remember Estonia, where I said this song must be incredibly insulting to Italians because of how it sort of mocks the language. And then we've got the song from San Marino, which is maybe like a song is an ode to Italy. I always want to say Italia. To Italy. Yeah, this year's song from Italy. Italy is, I can't pronounce this, by Lucio Corsi. It's an Italian song that sounds like an Italian radio song, in my opinion. Like, when you go to Italy, you're sitting like in your hotel room, and this song comes on, you'd think, oh yes, I'm in Italy. There are like the wine hills, and there is like the next pizzeria, and you see people eating bruschetta and drinking Chianti and stuff. And this song is in the background, and it completes the picture. This is the song. Yeah. The thing is, Italy had bangers in the past, and this one is not really a banger. The thing is, I listened to it last night again, and I had to revise my opinion a little, because previously it was placed at the orange pool with 2 points, but I upped it to the yellow pool with 3 points, which marks it good, but average. Yeah, Italy has also won like fairly recently with its contest being in 2022 in Italy, so they won 2021. Yeah, I also can't see this winning because it's not really special. It's more like filler. But there are worse filler songs. And it's interesting. I think this is the second time this happens, when the whole video ends with the host country, Switzerland. Switzerland's song by Zoe Me, or Zoe Me, or Zoe Her, or Zoe She. I don't know. It's called Voyage, or Voyage, because, of course, it's in French. Because there are several countries inclined to singing French, France, Luxembourg, and Switzerland, mostly. But there are also other countries who sometimes take up the French language, which is not bad because it's generally a very good language. There are worse languages you could have to listen to. And Zoe Me's song Voyage is... I have notes. Of course I have notes. It's a French ballad. Like, it's a ballad again, and representing the song, the country with a ballad in their own country, like it's Titelverteidigung, as we would say in Germany. Interesting choice. I mean, maybe this is what their music is about. Maybe they like ballads, I don't know. Maybe they are more on the classic side. And when I say more on the classic side, I'm thinking about the opening of the 2015 Eurovision Song Contest in Vienna, when I think about classic, and I hope Switzerland does something similar. I like the design. It's incredibly retro, but in a good way. I even ordered the CD from the Eurovision shop, so I would get the coasters. The cardboard coasters that I'm probably never going to use. And if I'm using them, they are going to be thrown out sooner or later. But anyways, yeah, Switzerland is fairly solid. The vocals are okay. It's not bad. It's good, but average. So I don't see a double trouble from Switzerland winning a second time in a row. That's not what they're in for, no. But I wish luck to all the participants, and I'm very, very thrilled to see which countries are going to make it to the final to compete with these. And that's it again for this year. I'm done. I have to say my Eurovision spirit started fairly late this year because I'm working on my book projects, and I'm working on my Tomb Raider video series for my channel here. And I didn't really have Eurovision on my calendar until very recently. And I'm glad that I'm in Eurovision mode now. But I think it has also got to do with how different from the last 2-3 years the field of songs is. Because like more ballads, more slow songs, more songs that are good but average. Therefore, it is the year is slightly worse than what we've gotten in the last 2 or 3 years, but it's still, in my opinion, a good year. Good but average. Okay, so that's my video. If you liked it, please give it a like. That goes without saying. And if you like my other content as well, like my video game videos or my author content, given that it's in German, if you're bilingual, hallo, guten Tag, wie geht's? Then you can subscribe to my channel. You're always informed about when I post my next video. And now we are going to see. You're going to see a video, a reaction after Eurovision. I think I won't put it out on the Sunday directly after Eurovision. I think I'm going to take a few days to let everything settle. I'm going to make a few notes, and then I'm going to give you my opinion on how the show was, how the points were, if it was fair, if it wasn't. We're going to discuss it. I'm going to discuss it with you. And by the way, if you want to discuss your opinions, if they differ from mine, it's okay. Please do it in the comments. Just stay civilized and friendly and fair. And yeah, enjoy Eurovision. I hope you can. I will. And until then, my friends, you can see me in the next Tomb Raider video, which is going to be posted the following Monday. Goodbye.